Hi everyone, it's Cindy with Cindy Duncan Arts. This past weekend I was with my husband. We were cleaning our garage out and I found a bunch of things from my former business, Altered Arts Magazine, and from when I used to teach workshops around the country. I wound up finding a book, a sample piece from a workshop I did that was called Well-Behaved Women Rarely Make History. And it's an altered book about Mae West, and so I thought I'd share that with you now. So we'll see how well I can do this one-handed. I have a great setup for doing these craft and art videos. Unfortunately, I can't find the stand that I usually put my camera on. So anyway, this is the cover of the book. Like I said, the name of the workshop that I taught was called Well-Behaved Women Rarely Make History. The name of the book that this is in is called BF's Daughter, which after I was looking at the book a little bit, I thought, oh my gosh, I really need to read this book because it's kind of racy. And I don't think in a bad racy way. It's just kind of yeah, it's interesting. But at any rate, I want to show this to you. The workshop was one of the things that I taught, and this is not a complete altered book because the workshop itself was really only teaching 3 or 4 techniques, and they just happened, to be put into this book together in the class. So at any rate, one of the things that we did was we used the cover and we did string art on the cover, and this is what mine looked like. I have a little bead right there that kind of just goes in there. When I did my string art, there was really no rhyme or reason. I didn't have a pattern or anything. I just knew that I wanted to keep this space open where Mae West's face was. And I had printed out a whole bunch of really cool quotes from Mae West, and this one I thought was really cute. Another thing that I did in the class was we did a little bit of needle felting as well. So we did several different little needle felting tricks. And this was one, and it was put on the back of this page to cover up the tacks that came through the other side. So there's a circle of tacks right behind there. This covers that up beautifully. Made a little open star here for Mae West to pop out of using needle felting. There's another cute comment of hers, quote, "I used to be Snow White, but I drifted." Very cute. So by the way, I have no control over the animals in my household. So you will hear my cat. Actually, it's not my cat. It's my daughter's cat playing in the background. So if you wonder what weird noises those are, that's the cat. Just an unusual way. I didn't like the way these pages just kind of flopped around. So I just tore them to make them, part of the element here. And I left this BF's Daughter because, it was just interesting. And I just added some cute little pictures of Mae West there. This page is another quote. "No, I never worry about diets. The only carrots that interest me are the number you get in a diamond." And then this is just some marking on the page, and I highlighted that comment there. It's really funny to look at this old book, this old altered book, because, wow. I mean, I should have looked up the date of that workshop. But I started printing the magazine in 2004, and I stopped in 2014. So I'm thinking probably in the middle there somewhere was when I did this. So that was, at least 10 years ago probably. And it's really fascinating how your styles change. But another thing to point out is that this, again, was a class thing. And so I was pointing out interesting techniques that I had not used yet or that I thought other people might be interested in. This was where I just highlighted part of the text that I thought was kind of interesting that would go along with Mae West. She had a good business head. She liked nice things. And then there is her face peeking out from the page. And then this is the page on the other side. Highlighted that because Mae West, I thought that was cute. Refrain from touching. And then give a man a free hand and he will run it all over you. That's cute. There's another one. I felt that was perfect with the quote here. "Marriage is a great institution, but I'm not ready for an institution." tore off the bottom of the page, highlighted that so that the pictures of Mae West on the next page would show through. Just tore off a little thing so that butterfly would be seen. Stuck this little, this is like a little tuck-in thing here. And then I highlighted this text with her little pictures down there. Then on this, love thy neighbor, and if he happens to be tall, debonair, and devastating, it will be that much easier. I thought that was cute. So there's that. And then here, there's a whole bunch of pages that have nothing on them. This has an interesting, this is, I was showing how to do this again, where you just tear out a piece and highlight text on the next page. I don't think it highlights anything over there. Well, don't you worry about him. That's kind of cute, too. And here's this. This one always gets pressed down, but the idea here was to add like a little fringe on the outside edge of this picture. A little bit of a 3D thing going on. Another picture of Mae West. And then I just highlighted the chapter title here. You notice I didn't really do any painting in this book. I didn't cover up the text. I just kind of, you know, enhanced it as we went along. I have these little tags here that I put in there, I think, because of the text. Like I had marked some text that I wanted to highlight. So, like I said, this book seems kind of very interesting. There's a lot of interesting things in here. We got those. Here's another needle felting page that I did with that. So I just attached that to the page, did a little needle felting. I don't know what you would call this, but then felted the little flower on there. And then she's the kind of girl who climbed the ladder of success wrong by wrong. This was a fun one to do. Oh, and then this is cute. I left this in here because it was a Mae West quote. But a friend of mine, it's funny that it's dated. This is back when I joined my original art group. Somebody from my art group sent this to me in 2010, welcoming me to the group. And then here's another page. This was another technique that I did where we did, what's this called? Weaving with paper. So we did a bunch of things there. And then this is actually, these are slid in to little openings in the book. Anything worth doing is worth doing slowly. And then just to add some interest to the book, this wasn't a technique that I really taught, I don't believe, but I just added some things to the page edges. And I pulled this out to keep out as well because I thought this would be a great book to continue to work in. Because look at how much space there is to, you know, art up. I'm trying to get to this other thing here. I don't really see what I was marking there. I don't know. Some of the other ones it was pretty obvious, unless I'm not reading properly. Let's get over here. Oh, this one was kind of fun with all these little torn pages, and then I just added the little sayings to the torn pages. 10 men waiting for me at the door. Send one of them home. I'm tired. There you go. There's more. And this one I probably taught. This is one of my favorite edge techniques, is to put the holes in the edges and then to put your fiber on. It looks like a piece fell out. This has been stored in my garage for a very long time. This is a very neat page. To err is human, but it feels divine. But I put her page down, and then this is like a cheesecloth that I tore and, you know, to expose her face. Just attached a little bit up there to add some more interest to the book when it's sitting out as a sample. Yeah, I thought maybe that had something to do with that I might want to highlight, I guess. There's another one. Any man can marry any woman. Any woman can marry any man she wants. What else do we have? Oh, I love this page. I love the look of the feathers on there. I think it just adds a lot of softness to that page. So you have a little feather up here on her hair, and then all of these feathers down here. Between two evils, I always pick the one I never tried before. And then I've got that up there. Did you get engaged to Bob? Like I said, there's a lot. It's an interesting book. I would love to go back and read it, find it and read it. I don't know what that's there for. And then this is just a cut page. I'll show you that other one in a second with this fringe on it. This was a really cool fringe. This was donated to the Altered Book Club when I ran it, and so that went out in one of our kits. So I like doing the pictures behind and the tear out. And then this, I did the page, I folded up the page on the other side, and this is kind of just like a bouquet of flowers, but tucked into the page. And then I added some of the over there. I'll try anything once, twice if I like it, 3 times to make sure. And then I think the last thing on here is just another thing. I'm not a maiden, darling. I don't know what else is on there. But anyway, so I hope you liked that. That's what it looks like from the side. Like I said, I think there's a lot more room to work in this book. I think it'll be kind of fun to just do some more stuff in there. But I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you will join me in the next video. I almost forgot that I wanted to make sure I let everybody know that I was selected to teach 2 classes at Stampaway in Cincinnati in August this year, August 2020. It'll be a nice time after being in quarantine isolation for so long for us to get out and do something fun and arty. If you've never been to a rubber stamp convention before, if you're a mixed media artist, let me just tell you that it's really kind of a nice place to go and get little tidbits of techniques and tricks from the various demonstrations and things at the convention itself. This particular convention has 3 days of classes ahead of time, and there's a number of well-known artists that come and teach there. And also, like I said, it's good for mixed media artists. For example, I'm going, and I'm not a rubber stamper. I'm teaching 2 classes. I'm teaching a class on cut and fold book sculptures, which is a really well-received class. People have enjoyed that. I've taught it before, and it's very well accepted. Especially, it's very good for beginners because you don't really need to have any artistic ability to do it. Similarly, the other class that I'm teaching, which is monoprint, or excuse me, how does it go? Trace monoprint printmaking. Also, you get some really amazing painterly looks out of this with, you know, really all your ability needs to be is to be able to trace something. A little bit more when it comes into coloring, but you can really get some good effects just by doing that technique. It's a printmaking thing. So I hope you will join me. Those classes are going to be on August 5th. Stampaway is opening for registrations on Monday, May 4th, so that's coming up real quick. So go on over, check out the classes, and register for the event, and I hope to see you there. Bye.